y'all see me now. Take it to the crib and wipe his nose like I was CD Lamb. Was at my lowest point in life, so shit can't ever keep me down. Reppin' for my city, Dallas, this gon' be that Lucas show.
Nah, bro, the only reason I told you I didn't want anything is because I started fasting.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I started fasting in the mornings and shit.
To lose weight or what?
Yeah, bro. You know what? It was funny because I don't know if y'all seen Kevin Gate videos before?
Yeah.
Have you seen Kevin Gate videos? Where he starts talking about some random shit.
Yeah.
And then it made me laugh because I did start fasting before I saw that video. But he started talking about how, like, I started fasting for health. And you know how Kevin Gates is. He gets into it. He gets all deep and shit. Yeah. And then he said, for 42 days, I've been fasting. Like, I haven't eaten anything. And I was like, oh, fuck, bro. Like, come on, bro. I was like, good up to the point where he said 42 days without eating.
That's the thing. Like, that's, like, he'll have me, and then he'll say some wild shit like that. Yeah. Like, there was one that where, like, it had me dead because he said something about there was a girl on the side of the street with the parked car, like, her car didn't turn on. And he's like, he got off. He said he put his hand on the battery, and the car turned on. He's like, I told her, don't speak of this. And then he just left. I was like, yeah, fuck no.
No, but you know what? They actually proved that to be right.
Yeah.
So, like, some dude did it where, like, he like, put his finger and then connected to his battery, and then it connected the fucking, like, it gave power to the battery, and then it turned on.
Through his hands?
Yeah, through his hands, through his body, that energy through the body, which was fucking crazy.
That is crazy.
I forgot what somebody fucking like actually. I proved that it was right.
It was a Mythbusters episode?
Like, it wasn't a myth, but yeah, it was some random TikToker that did it. I was like, what the fuck? That's actually true.
That's crazy.
But yeah, bro, that's why I started fasting.
I'll get back on it then. Nah.
Fasting?
No, like Kevin Gates videos.
Nah, yeah, bro. Sometimes some are like not believable, but bro, the dude, the way he talks, he makes you believe in everything he says, bro. It's funny as fuck. But anyways, bro, how you been, bro? You ready for... This is what what day are we in?
Friday? May 26th.
May 26th. Yeah, so you're about to perform later today, later tonight. You ready for it?
Yeah, bro. I'm ready. We've been preparing, been getting ready, doing what we can, and the day's here.
For sure, man.
Hell yeah, bro. We're going to rock out tonight.
What's it called? I was going to ask you, do you always know what set you're going to have? You prepare yourself, or you go sometimes?
Yeah, we prepare, I mean, as much as we can. I mean, we could be on stage for, like, I mean, we've done 40-minute sets, like 45-minute sets. So really,
I mean, your guitar solo be taking like 10 minutes alone, bro.
Yeah, so we be doing that, like, because we have, like, it's live. If we need, we could improvise. Or if we need to make it longer, we can make it longer. If we need to make it shorter, we'll make it shorter. So we always have, like, we're prepared for more. So to be able to cut it, then to, you know, have this much, and then, if, you know.
Yeah.
And not, like, so we won't run out of time or anything like that, too.
Okay,
so,
gotcha. Do you have actually, I mean, it depends, because sometimes, like, today there's more artists, so it's always a certain time limit, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it just depends what the set time is. But yeah, but most of the time we're like if they say 10 minutes, like, we know we'll probably be out there for like 15 minutes, because the instruments and shit.
Have you gone to festivals before, like, where you perform with a lot of more artists?
We've done, I mean, not when you say like a festival, like a big festival.
Not like a big festival, but just like somewhere where there's like multiple artists that are performing.
Well, yeah, almost every showcase we do is like, it's kind of like that. Like, we do some like in San Antonio, and then we've done a lot here in Fort Worth and Dallas. We're just a bunch of local artists, and that's kind of the game right now, you know, like, starting up for local artists, just getting into those events and just being in the mix with all the other artists.
Yeah. Can you check real quick, bro? Did I hit record on that one? Not on this camera. It's recording, right? Okay, right.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro, let's start from the beginning, though, because like, you're probably one of the few people that I know that plays the guitar, raps, and all that. Yeah. So, like, what made you start from that? Like, was it the rapping first, or the guitar was the first thing you fell in love with?
Well, no, the guitar was the very, very first thing. Like, before anything, before songwriting, before I started playing guitar like at 10 years old.
10?
Yeah, I was 10, and I don't know. That was the first thing I wanted to learn how to play since I was like 7, 6.
Was it like the acoustic guitar or like electric guitar?
I started with acoustic, but the goal was always I wanted to do like electric shit. Like,
who like made you like really get into that? Because at a young age, you always have to have somebody that you look up to, or somebody that made it look cool as fuck, and you're like, oh, I want to be that.
It was actually the movie La Bamba. You know
Oh,
that
La Bamba?
movie?
Bro, I've never seen that movie,
No?
but I've always wanted to see it. It's an old
Bro,
school
it's
movie.
a classic, bro.
That I have
It's
to
a
see.
classic, and literally, it was like the beginning. It's what set everything off. Well, like for me and my brother. My brother, he's like my drummer, my producer. But that's how we started watching that movie. And in the movie, it's funny because we kind of even look like them a little bit. They tell us that.
Oh, for us?
Yeah, and so there's one of the brothers plays guitar, he sings, and then there's actually even a part where the other brother plays drums for him. So then there's a scene where, I mean, if you see it, there's a scene where they're rocking or whatever, and that's what we watched.
Yeah,
and
you
I was
watched
like,
and you kind of like, oh,
bro,
shit,
I want to do that, and then my grandma was an Elvis fan, like an Elvis Presley fan, like
yeah.
She was like, I mean, she's like from Mexico, and she didn't know any English, but for some reason she was like the biggest Elvis fan, and like she would buy like, she had like all the merch, like she had a wall that was just like a Elvis, all Elvis. So she used to show us like the movies of Elvis, and I don't know, it was just like having the guitar, and then in La Bamba there's a part where like he's kind of rocking on the guitar, and everyone was like, what the fuck?
That's one of the most famous scenes from that, right? Where he starts like rocking and shit.
Yeah. And then, and yeah, bro, I think that was it. That was the bug that bit me. Like,
That's what's up, bro. Because there's something, bro, about those old school movies or even like the La Bamba, all that type of music. It's like, there's not a lot to it back in the day, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
Even, and that one too, Back to the Future. You seen that one?
Oh, yeah. When he plays
at
the solo.
the end,
I've seen Back to the Future.
At the end, that part two was Johnny, when he's playing Johnny Be Good. That scene.
Yeah, where he blew everybody's mind because nobody had seen it at the time.
Yeah,
and shit.
that was actually that was the first thing I learned how to do. Like once I had the basic chords and once I had an electric, first thing I learned how to play was like that Johnny Be Good intro, the way he starts it. I don't know if you remember, but
no, yeah, I remember, bro. He destroyed the fucking
and I learned that like at 12 years old. So,
yeah, bro.
So it went from there, like learning guitar. And then because I was in guitar, my dad told me, if you want me to buy you an electric or keep going, you got to get into orchestra and shit, like in school. So like I was in orchestra, I was in band, I was in everything to learn like the music theory. Yeah. And I hated it at first, but now like looking back, I realized like, bro, that helped me like a shitload, because knowing the music theory of it, you do see music, and when you write melodies and everything, you see it differently because you know how it works. So then it went from electric guitar, but then at the same time, like, and I was listening to like a lot of blues, like B.B. King and like Stevie Ray Vaughan, like the guitar shit. But then also too, like my favorite album, like as a kid, was Get Rich or Die Trying by 50 Cent.
Yeah.
So then
there's a lot of guitar in that, bro.
So like and like 21 Questions.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like all that, like I don't know. I've always had like that. And then like Carlos Santana, like his shit with like Maria, and like when he would mix like hip hop, like smooth, and like make it more alternative or like hip hop, but it was Carlos Santana. Like I don't know, like even as a kid, I've always been like intrigued by that mix.
Yeah. Who would be your like top 3 guitar players that are artists wise?
Well, first it would be probably B.B. King. B.B. King, like I would watch he used to have like jam sessions where he'd sit down like with like Slash and like John Mayer and like a bunch of like legendary guitarists. And I used to like watch those heavy, bro, as a kid on YouTube. Yeah. Just binge watch those. So it would probably be B.B. King, Jimi Hendrix, and like Stevie Ray Vaughan. Like those are like the goats. Like
the ones everybody knows.
Yeah, bro. Everyone's they influence everybody that plays guitar.
I know, bro. I mean, look at. Do you listen to current music, right? Obviously.
Yeah.
What'd you think of the Lil Yachty album, the one that he?
Oh, the experimental one.
Yeah, the experimental.
I fucked with it.
There's a lot of mixed reviews.
Yeah, I fucked with it, and I've listened to all the reviews, and there was some parts where like Lil Yachty does some shit with his voice where I'm like, yeah, I don't know about that one, King. Like I don't know. It's like not that it's too, like. I don't know if it's a hot take, but like a lot of people have this take, and I kind of agree with it. Like Lil Yachty's dope, and he's a dope artist, and yeah, he had to be like in the forefront and like make the decision to make this album. But I think most of the credit should probably go to like the producers,
the
of
producers.
the project,
Who
because
makes it?
sound wise, it was amazing. But that was like the best part of the project. It wasn't necessarily like Lil Yachty's parts.
Yeah, Lil Yachty's part.
To me.
I mean, do you know? I mean, I don't think we know how much input he had too on the whole thing, you know. But for sure, the producing of it, the solo or the solo guitar, I think it was. Yeah, they had a solo guitar on one of the songs.
Like all that, like the music, bro. It was like a masterpiece almost. Like I was super impressed. Like, but I would have to say like Lil Yachty's parts were probably like, not that it killed it. It didn't kill it, but the most impressive parts was the music of it. So I don't know how much he had to do with that.
Did it make you feel some type of way because you're like, damn, he had a solo guitar? Like I've been doing that shit from the start.
Like when I hear guitar on shit like that. Guitar. I mean, I love it. I love hearing that stuff. It's just I just know that it wasn't Lil Yachty playing guitar.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, seeing like the videos, the only rapper I've seen that really like that's rapped and then played guitar would probably be like Mac Miller.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, like and he's a big influence on me too.
No, yeah, bro. And I think knowing the instruments, it helps you as an artist too. To be honest, like you said, it especially when making music.
Yeah.
You know a certain point where you can put this lyric or like make it sound way better because you already know the what you're gonna play or what instruments you're gonna implement in that song. Sometimes that's why you have to. A lot of artists have to depend on producers nowadays, especially like you said, Lil Yachty, but a lot of more artists, bro, depend on producers.
No, yeah, and that's why I mean I'm grateful that because I have that musical background. For me, it was kind of I had the opposite problem. Like I kind of had the musical background. My brother also was a musician, like right next to me, and like if I played guitar, he was a drummer. You know, if I played violin, he played cello. Like we were always like neck and neck growing musically. So then he became as I started the writing bug, I started that like at 13, like writing like poems and like writing like it would be like raps and like just songs and shit like that. And then when I started doing that, my brother started leaning towards producing, like making beats, and then with everything else behind it, it kind of worked out. Like the chemistry and the duo that we have fits perfectly because like his strengths are like my weaknesses, you know what I mean? And then like he's worried about like the foundation, the beat, and then I'm worried about like the song and the lyrics and the flows and the raps. And then at the end together we throw in the electric guitar, like the solo, we throw in the, you know, and then we make it so that we can perform it live together. So, but
I think as a artist, well, not an artist, but I've always wanted to learn instruments, or like play the guitar or the piano. Either one of those two, I've always wanted to learn. But I think you have to have a certain type of patience and, I guess, love for it, if that makes sense, bro. Because like, I knew I didn't have it because I would lose my patience when I would start trying to learn. Because I would try to like. I would want to start learning how to run when I don't even know how to walk. You know what I'm talking about? Like, I would try to do, like, look up some crazy-ass, like, piano set or, like, some crazy-ass guitar set that I'm like, I could clearly not do it. So it would frustrate me into, like, not want to learn anymore because I didn't know shit, you know?
For sure, because as a kid, like, at 13, 14, like, my teenage years, I used to teach, like, guitar lessons and piano lessons at a church that I would go to, and bro, I was 14, 13, like teaching like grown ass men how to play like guitar and how to play. And that's the thing, like either one, I mean, there's always like that first hump that you got to go through. Cause at first, you know, with the guitar, you got to learn the basics. You got to learn, and then your fingers hurt like on the strings, on the piano, like trying to control both hands. Like, and then that's what you see, like they just lose patience like after a minute. Like they go to 1, 3, 4 classes and they're like, man, fuck this. Like I'm not gonna get it because they can't get over that. But once you get over that pain or that learning that first change, like learning how to control your fingers, I guess. Yeah. Then everything else is easy. You know what I mean? Because it's like that first challenge of, fuck, like how do I move all my fingers
at the
to
same time.
Yeah, at the same time. And shit like
being
that.
synchronized and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like everything in life, bro. To be honest, like you gotta go through the hard shit first in order for you to then become better at it.
Exactly. And then like with me and my brother, like, I mean, we had that passion. Like that's all I wanted to do. And we didn't have like we had like a PS2, but we weren't big on like games. I mean, we were in sports, but I mean, all we did was play music. Like all we did, like if I need 2-3 chords, I would play those 3 chords for literally, bro, like hours, hours and hours and hours. So it is, yeah, you do kind of have like you need to have like the passion or love for it to be able to like grow and shit. Yeah, I would say, yeah.
Like, I could lie right now and say, like, damn, I'm gonna get into it, but yeah, I know damn well I am, bro. Like,
yeah,
I'll get into it for like a solid like 2-3 weeks, but then I'll like lose focus on it.
Well, what I used to do too is because I knew most people were impatient. Like the first day of class, I would teach them like the easiest chord ever, which is like an E minor. It's like 2 fingers down, doom. And then like by the third class, you know, every class teach them 1 chord. And then like with the main, there's like 3 chords, like G, D, C. Yeah. And even if you throw in that E minor, do you know any of these or not?
I know the E minor. Like I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
So with those 4 chords, I used to teach them that first, because with those 3 or 4, literally those are the chords to like almost every single pop song, like every single one. So then I would be like, all right, now play this, play that, and then I'll start singing like different songs, and they'll be like, oh shit, like I'm a guitar player.
Nah, yeah, that's what's up, bro. I mean, I think that's probably why I never learned, because I always try to learn myself off of YouTube. I never had somebody to teach me. Yeah. Which is better, I think, especially for instruments. Learning from somebody, it's a lot better than just YouTube, because YouTube is kind of hard, bro.
Yeah, in the beginning at least, yeah, because in the beginning I did have a teacher, but then most of the stuff after the basics, I mean, I learned from YouTube.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you got to learn the basics from somebody. Yeah, especially to teach you what you're making mistakes on, because like YouTube's not gonna tell you, oh, you're making a mistake on this. Yeah, you just gotta watch it. But once you learn that's when you're like, oh, I can learn that.
Hell yeah.
But explain to us a little bit about your music, bro. How like when was the first like song that you ever dropped? Was it very recent, or was it like?
Nah, bro, it was probably like 2017, like the end of 2017, where I dropped like my first little like EP. It was like 6 songs. I'm not gonna say the name because it's cringy as fuck. Like it was terrible. I wasn't terrible, but like if I like, it's not on.
It was a process.
Yeah, it was a process. Yeah, and I already took it off of everything. I mean, you could probably find it on SoundCloud, but yeah, I dropped that at the end of 2017, and I produced it all. I wrote it all, right. And then from there, since then, you know, just been growing and trying to figure out the game all by myself, and just trying to get it, you know, and growing.
Have you been dropping just music like off the bat, or are you having like a project that you're gonna drop soon?
Like right now?
Yeah, like right now.
Well, we just dropped a project last week.
Okay.
Yeah,
so what was a project?
Yeah, that was a whole project. That was a whole project called Worth, and I don't really drop. There was a cool minute.
It was an EP, right?
Yeah, it was an EP.
Okay.
Like from 28, like after that project, like probably I dropped another one a little bit after that. But then after that, I was like, man, fuck these projects. Like I'm gonna just do singles. Like it was kind of like, because I would watch like Russ videos and shit, and he used to say, nobody's gonna listen to your project if no one gives a fuck about you. Like everyone just, and he'd be like, go look at your like the numbers. The most listened to on that project is always gonna be like the first song or the second song, because after that people don't listen. Yeah, and then I went to go look, and I was like, fuck, he's right. So then after that, I was like, I'm gonna just work on singles and making them like big singles. And then yeah, this is like the first project we dropped. And I dropped a little. If I do drop project, it's gonna be like 5 songs, like little, like an EP. I dropped one with my boy Brownie Beats, like 2019. It's called The Last Love Letter. And then we had, like on that one, we did a whole thing. Like Juan Velasquez he painted the album cover.
Oh, for real?
And that was like 2019, like a long ass time ago.
Oh damn! And so it was bad.
Yeah, bro. Like we found him on Instagram. He had literally had 700 followers, hit him up, yo, bro, could you, you know, we have this idea. We want to paint the album cover, and bro, he
This was
killed
for
it.
which project again?
It was called Last Love Letter.
Last Love Letter.
Bro, he killed it. Where's my phone? He killed it, bro. I'm gonna show you, just so you can see.
That's crazy, that you, bro. You know that whole
Yeah,
mural right there. Is
I
just
seen
off
that.
Juan,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah. So
Shout out to Juan, bro. That dude's a
shout
fucking
out to
great
him.
artist. Dude.
Hella talented, and we would have I remember having conversations with him, and he was telling me like, bro, I want to quit my job. Like, I want to do this full time. Like this and that. And now look at him, like, that's what he's doing. And yeah, look, bro, this is the project cover. And then the mariachi in the back is Brownie Beats, like the producer of it.
Oh shit, nice.
Yeah, so he painted that.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, so it was dope. And then, but then that was the last project I dropped, and that was like, yeah, 2019.
2019.
So then it was just singles, and then
You
up until
just-
recently we
yeah.
just dropped another EP last week.
How'd you like that Canelo music video come out? Was it? It was pretty good, bro.
Yeah,
It was dope ass.
Hey,
music
bro, that
video.
was a shout out.
That was a boxer, right? The one that was in the
It
music.
was a pro box. Shout out Ben, the Hill Gurman. He was like the star of, bro. He was a pro. Like, he's a pro boxer, but like he showed up, and I
Yeah.
was like, bro, I want to do this. He was like, all right, bet. Well, let me go work out for like 10 minutes.
I gotta
straight.
look at my best shape.
Yeah,
type
yeah.
shit,
Let
you
me
know?
work out for 10 minutes to be sweaty, and to, like, he played into the character and the role and everything we wanted him to do. And bro, he was like, he helped us out a lot. And
What was the concept of that song? Like, why'd you name it Canelo?
Canelo, so we had that first, we made the beat. Well, Danny made the beat, and then I don't know, it just felt like something like you could work out to.
Yeah.
So then I started writing or whatever. And I don't know, at the end I just started, because it was like a workout kind of feel to me. I wanted to make it like kind of like a sports themed kind of a song. So then, you know, I have that line at the end where it's, I'm a ball with my bros like Melo, and win for my people, just call me Canelo. Like, that was just a way to wrap it all up. Win for my people, you know, kind of like, I'm Mexican, you know, I'm Mexican American, so kind of bring that into the mix too, and calling Canelo.
Were you born and raised in Fort Worth?
Yeah,
or
I was born and raised Fort Worth.
Yeah, because a lot of your theme, everything you use about you is like Fort Worth-ish, you know? Which is
Yeah.
badass, bro, because like you gotta represent from where you're
Yeah,
from.
bro, I
you know?
try to, especially, I mean, I just feel like there's a lot of talent in Fort Worth, like,
Hell
and
yeah.
if you grow up there, you are proud to be from Fort Worth. Like I love Fort Worth. I love when, I mean,
What part are you from, bro? Because every time I've met from somebody from Fort Worth, that's they're like from Diamond Hill, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Shout out to that boy Smooth Vega.
Yeah, shout out, Smooth Vega, Rennie. He's also from Immortal Soldiers. He's from Diamond Hill too. But now I'm from the East Side
East side.
Fort Worth. You know, it's called Pollywood.
Yeah, bro. I recently started going to Fort Worth. I would never go to Fort Worth ever, bro.
Dang, you haven't lived, bro. You haven't lived.
Just because it was like, it's something that it's like so close, but that's why, like, I've traveled other places.
Yeah.
But it's Fort Worth, it's like so close, so it's like nothing that I want to go travel
well,
to.
to be honest, I mean, I would say like the last 5 years it's been coming up like a lot. Like, there's a lot more shit to do. Stockyards is booming. Like, downtown, there's like, it's beautiful now. Like, it's.
Yeah, and I used to have a girlfriend that lived in Arlington, so I would go that way, but that's the furthest I would go,
just
bro.
stop in
Arlington. I would never go to Fort Worth. And like, only if it was like something that it was like work-wise, business-wise, anything like that. But it's always like in and out type shit. Like, never to enjoy the views.
Right.
Until recently I started going, which, bro, the music scene, the art scene, the whole club night, everything about it in Fort Worth is super nice, bro.
Yeah,
I think
bro,
it's way better
than Dallas.
Yeah, for sure, bro.
He said it.
For sure, bro. And I'm
That's all we needed.
I'm a Dallas native,
Clip
bro.
that.
So like, but so it's not. I think it's more the people too, to be honest.
Yeah, bro. Because I would say, I mean, not shitting on Dallas or nothing. Like, I used to work there. Know a lot of people from Dallas love it, but Fort Worth is I would say it's a big city. Like, it's like the 12th biggest city in the country. Like, it's still a big city, but it has like a small town feel to it. Like, it's like a smaller community almost. Like, at least like north side, east side, south side, fuck West Side, but like all the other ones, like we like.
Is there beef with West Side or
like,
what?
Nah, West Side's kind of like where the rich people live.
Oh, okay.
But like all the
That's
other
all
ones,
white settlement, right?
Yeah, white settlement, literally. And then we like North Side, East Side, South Side, like the schools or whatever. Like growing up, we've always had either cousins, knew people from, like it was more like tight, I guess.
Yeah.
Like it was like a small world. Like you knew somebody from every school, kind of, or you knew somebody that knew somebody, especially like in high school when she's like you're like dating and shit, or like or after high school. Oh yeah, you went to North Side. Oh, you went to Tech or went to Pasco.
It's a lot more country too, as well. So
Forward,
it's like,
yeah,
and also like the mannerisms too.
Right,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? Like it's a lot more old school type of style.
Yeah,
like,
because I mean it's called like Cowtown or whatever. So yeah, that's why we leaned into it for the project. You know, I got on the Longhorn, because that is the whole vibe of Forward because of Stockyards.
yeah, that's a badass picture for a whole photo shoot.
Yeah, appreciate
like
it.
the job, is that something you ran, or like that's just because you had connections with somebody that had that?
Nah, bro, I just had the idea because I wanted to pay homage to Fort Worth, and because being from there and everything, so I wanted to pay homage, and I just had the idea, bro. What if I fucking got on a Longhorn?
Yeah, definitely.
And just
and that represents Texas in general.
yeah,
or,
and it's a wider Texas, theme as well. So I just literally I hit up my photographer, shout out Diana, and I told her I told her about the idea, and she's like, all right, well let me ask around. She literally just walked down Stockyards and Stockyards is like a Longhorn, like where you could take a picture with him.
Yeah.
And she literally asked the first person, hey, I'm looking for a photo, like for somebody who owns Longhorns to do a photo shoot. She's like, oh, well, I have a ranch like 30 minutes from here, and I have like a shitload of Longhorns that you can take a picture with. And that was it. And then we just set up the date and had like a 2-hour shoot. And
the pictures came out dope as fuck, bro. I'll put them obviously in the screen whenever we're talking about it.
Appreciate it, bro.
Well, yeah, those are fucking dope. Man, I kind of want to have a photo shoot there too. I don't even fucking have an album, bro. I just want to have a photo shoot there.
No, it is badass, bro. And bro, you don't realize how big those animals are.
Hell
they're
yeah,
huge,
dude.
bro. They're huge. Like we're pulling up, and you can see them like from afar, like a fucking dinosaur or something. Like it's just huge, and you're like, bro.
They don't go like crazy or anything like that. They're pretty chill. Like
they were chill at first, but then I guess they started getting aggravated. And then we have a vlog about it. So if you go watch the vlog, and I posted a clip too. One time, once I started noticing they were getting a little aggressive, one of them was like staring me down, like the biggest one.
Dang.
And I was like, I was like right in front of it. I was looking at him. He was looking at me, and I didn't know what to do. And then he swung his horn at me, like he tried to get me.
Oh shit! What the fuck?
And then I was like, he went like this. I weaved that hoe, of course. So then
fucking divas, bro.
I weaved. I was about to, take him down, but I didn't want to embarrass the Longhorn. So then, but I just stepped back, and the cowgirl or whatever, what do we call him?
The rancher?
Yeah, the rancher or whatever was like, wave your hands. And I was just like, don't kill me. And then that was it. That was the only thing that happened. But that was like at the end, and she was like, okay, yeah, they're getting a little aggravated. Like they get like annoyed, I guess, like with all the people.
Nah, yeah, for sure, bro.
But that was it.
Are those even? What are those? Are those bulls or cows? Or they?
I guess it's like a bull, like a. It's like
I don't even know.
Related to. I mean, a bull is a cow. No, it's a male cat, like a male boy cow.
Yeah, but
so I guess this is.
They're all like male. Well,
yeah, I don't know.
Did they have the pointy? Like they had actually pointy.
Well, yeah, like the long.
So like if they actually hit you, they would.
Yeah, bro.
Do some damage.
It hurt. Yeah, I mean it would hurt one time, because we would stand next to him. And sometimes they would like turn, and bro, if you weren't looking, it would pop you in the head.
Oh shit!
And they were heavy, but yeah, and then I got on it. I was able to walk on it, not walk on it, but like walk him, and sometimes it'd want to go fast, and then because in my head I was thinking it was like a bull, like a bull, so I was like,
you're about to start.
Yeah. So I was telling the ranchers and the owner, I was like, hey, if this hoe starts going crazy, like, do I jump off? Do I stay on? Like, what do I do? But they're so big, she says that they don't do that. Like, they don't. Yeah, there's no way they could jump. Like, so once she told me that, I was like, oh, then we're good.
Yeah.
So.
But nah, man, that's dope as fuck. Cause that whole shoot was crazy. Even the pictures that came out for sure, they were wild, bro.
I appreciate it, bro.
But I know y'all also into motorcycles, bro. That like that's a big passion y'all have.
I mean, yeah, we've always fought with motorcycles, and then my dad, I mean, he has a Harley. So then, you know, probably like a couple years ago, I bought like my first bike. But as a kid, we always had like little choppers, and like we used to ride like dirt bikes and shit like that. Like,
Are y'all safe drivers though, or y'all be wilding?
nah, yeah, I'm safe. I don't know about everybody else. I'm safe. I don't like going like hella fast.
Yeah, bro. Cause
Yeah.
I met a lot of people that like been riding bikes for years,
Yeah.
and they've never. They said they've never gotten into accidents. They've gotten to low, like
Yeah.
parts where like it was dangerous, but like
Yeah.
as long as you are paying attention to where you're driving and you're not driving recklessly or driving drunk,
Right. I mean, we drive cruisers. Like the Harley is like I have a V-Star, so it's like
Yeah.
they're big, like big engine type. It's not like, you know, like the crotch rockets or nothing. We're not going hella fast, popping wheelies and shit. I live like in the Austin, San Antonio, like right in between. I live down there.
Okay.
So
Oh, you're not in Fort Worth anymore,
I don't
right?
live in Fort Worth,
I
yeah.
forgot that you said you
yeah,
were in Fort
I
Worth.
moved down there a couple years ago, and down there is they have the hill country. So like the country is just a bunch of hills.
Wait, where do you live again? You said?
New Braunfels.
Oh, New Braunfels.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's right
I
in
got you,
between, yeah.
No, yeah.
So
I work for a company that's a towing company, like roadside and shit. So like I know everything.
Oh yeah,
in
you go down
Tennessee.
there sometimes.
Yeah, no, well, I don't usually tow. I'm like a dispatcher type
Oh,
shit.
okay.
So, but a lot of people call me like if you need a tow and shit.
Yeah.
like,
Oh, okay, dope. Yeah.
They need it,
So-
but so yeah, New
Yeah, so
Braunfels.
it's a bunch of like the country, just a bunch of hills,
Hills, yeah.
and that's pretty. I mean, that's what I like to do, just chill on the
Just
hills,
cruise,
like
yeah.
cruise is. It's a bunch of dope ass like.
You don't run
roads.
into anybody, bro. It's just
Yeah, and because I don't like on the highway I can get on it, but you got to be on your toes, like, because I mean, and I took the class and everything, so they teach you how to be safe and like, that's why the bikes are also so loud. So
Yeah.
like because a lot of people can't see you, or you're in their blind spot, or even if they see you, like it's weird, like their mind, like it's like oh there's nothing there, and they'll turn into you and shit. So
that's what happened to my dad. My dad had a Harley too,
Yeah.
in Mexico, badass one too. And then that happened to him. It was like a two-way there, two-way back. And he said like he was driving where he had a Harley, and an 18-wheeler just kind of like went like switched lanes, and then he just went in. He had to
Yeah.
go into the grass
Yeah,
area
he
and
took him off
fall,
the
but
road.
he was glad that it was all grass area and it
Yeah.
wasn't like rough
Cement, yeah,
surface.
bro.
So like he just
yeah,
fell into that.
I got homies that like slid off the bikes, like going hella fast, and they have like all the side of their leg and their arms are like scarred up from like just sliding on the pavement. So I never want that to happen first. And so I mean, if I get on the freeway, it's because I have to. But really, I mean, I just do it like in the weekends and drive like in the country.
Sometimes better just to pass them. I mean, shit. Even me when I'm driving a car, like if somebody's right beside, I always pass them.
Yeah.
Instead of like not.
Yeah, and then they teach you shit too. Like if you have to have like a way out. Like that's why you're either in the end, so that if someone comes or something happens, you have a way to escape. So
yeah.
And then I would think, then I tell people like it's low key safer than people driving cars. I would say, because first I'm paying attention 1,000%, and I'm able to move hella fast. So like if somebody were to do something, like I'm able to swerve off, or like I don't know, like it's different. It's not what people think, I would say.
Yeah,
Like,
I
it's
mean,
not as
I think the
dangerous.
danger on bikes is not the person driving it. I think it's always the person causing the accident,
yeah.
bro. I mean, shit, like 95% of the time, it's always the person that's distracted on a car that hits the person on the bike.
But then that's why. But in the class, they teach you too that like, no matter what, even if a car hits you, like, the responsibility is like yours. Like, there's always a way to prevent it. Like, cause you're supposed to be looking at every single car around you. You're supposed to look at the signs like, oh, this car. I'm in this car's, like, are you in this car's blind spot? Are you not?
Yeah.
Oh, there's a car coming fast, and get out the way. Little shit. I mean, obviously you can't avoid all of them.
Yeah.
We're not like, but there's a lot of things you do to be safe. But it is up to you. Like, if you got to be paying attention. Like,
Bro, I was talking
1,000%.
about this with a homie too, cause we're like, cause I've had times, and I think we were driving at that time. The conversation came about because we were on driving on the freeway, and I saw some dude, like, it was an accident that happened like right in front of us, but I was able to avoid it out, even though it was like 100 feet out, or no, it wasn't like 100 feet, it was like 50 feet out. But I was able to avoid it. But we're talking about this right after that happened. We're like, bro, the amount of people that like don't like look up.
Yeah.
Because I've heard like a lot of people, even like, I'm not gonna call them out, but you know, like girls, like, but even guys too that like look only like maybe 20, 30 feet in front of them instead of like looking around them while they're driving. It's crazy to me, because, bro, you gotta look at all your surroundings, especially with people nowadays, because a lot of people would like to be on their phone driving. So like any little thing that could happen, soon as accident, you're not gonna be able to avoid it on the freeway.
Hell yeah, bro. No, even I mean, I drive a lot like for work, so I'm always looking at, like, I'm the type that if a car's 30 feet in front of me, like if he breaks his brake, like if he brakes, I'm a brake, like no matter how far, like I don't wait till, like, some drivers wait to brake like at the last 5 feet. Nah, like I always. And I don't drive hella fast. I'm not that kind of guy, like that kind of drive. I don't have a heavy foot. I like to
just be more chill.
Yeah, I'm more chill when I drive.
But have you ever had a person where like do you see them drive like behind you, and then like on a freeway when it's like traffic, and those motherfuckers are not paying attention? I already know. and then like literally it's happened to me a lot of times where like they're behind me and I see them and they brake so fast that they have to go into like the left lane or like go out into the lane where like because it's too late to stop. I'm like, fuck, this motherfucker's about to hit me, bro. That shit happens to me all the time. I'm like, bro, that motherfucker was distracted, like you're not paying attention.
I've seen.
But yeah, bro, New Braunfels, that's kind of like rare as fuck. Like, why'd you even move to New Braunfels? That's a random as fuck. Random, like, that's the most random city to move into.
Yeah. Well, the goal was just to be closer to Austin.
Oh, okay.
But my job, the job I ended up getting down there, is out of San Antonio.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, fuck it. Like, I used to live in San Marcos, but just to be in between both.
Yeah.
So when I have shit to do in Austin, or if I want to go to Austin, like, I could go there, or I can go to
So
San
you're in
Antonio.
Austin a lot?
Yeah, we like to go to Austin a lot. Yeah.
How's the scene over there right now?
Like the music scene?
Yeah, music scene.
Bro, it's kind of all over the place, to be honest. I've been struggling trying to find, like, I guess because it's so big, you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot going on. So I've been struggling to find, like, people that are doing
what you're doing,
what I'm doing, and kind of like I would say Fort Worth has like a kind of like a ecosystem, like a bubble, you know what I mean? Like, and I mean, it's even Dallas too, like, and there's even, you could see the chain almost, too. And then the venues that are a part of it as well. Austin's kind of more
all over the place.
All over the place.
It's also because a lot of people are moving in there now, so it's very new to everybody, type shit.
Yeah, so I mean, we're still trying to get our foot in down there, to be honest.
I think the only scene where it's like already set in place is the comedy scene, bro.
Yeah, no, for sure.
The comedy scene in Austin is crazy right now.
No, yeah, and I fuck with comedy, so I like. I also
know about the Kill Tony show?
Yeah, the Kill Tony show.
Do y'all watch it on YouTube at all?
Yeah.
Oh, that's my favorite. Every Monday, dog. Every Monday, I'm ready to watch it, bro.
Hell yeah, I've seen. I don't watch it every Monday, but I've seen a lot of them because I fuck with like a lot of comedians that get on there. So
the whole concept is crazy, and I want to go to that street because obviously the new venue with Joe Rogan, the mothership. They talk about it. They're like, man, the alleyway into getting into the Kill Tony show when they're playing it, it's like crazy. Supposedly they even had their own show in the alley.
Dang. Nah, I've only seen from the outside the building. I've been trying to. One time I looked up tickets for it, and bro, it was like the next 3 months already sold out. Like all.
Bro, and that's the thing that kind of annoyed me, bro, because like supposedly Joe was talking about it before he opened it. The reason he opened it was for that he wasn't allowed to have any resellers buy his tickets, So it was always your own ticket, and to make it cheap and affordable for people. Because now, bro, if you look at the tickets, even if they're sold out 3 months ahead, Bro, the tickets that are available, they're like fucking $600, $700.
Yeah, bro.
Some are 1,000. I'm like,
those
bro,
resellers.
like for a comedy show, dog. Like,
Those resellers.
like, it's not worth
kill
it, you know. Like I love the show, but it's not worth $1,000 to go watch somebody.
Nah, for sure.
And it's funny, but again, it's not worth it. And I think there's always some sort of control you can have. I mean, I don't blame Joe on it, you know, but resellers are so trash right now, bro.
I know, bro.
When it comes to StubHub, Vivid Seats, all those fucking, they're a piece of shit to me, bro. Cause like the amount of fucking fees they charge on there's no reason for you to be taxing all that shit, bro.
No,
they have a monopoly on that shit, to be honest, bro.
No, they really do. And
it's something the government's been. I don't know if they're trying to get into it or not, but it's something they should really take a look at it, bro. Because them motherfuckers are making millions of dollars, bro, off of resellers, taxing people, bro. Because when you think about it, like let's say I want to sell a ticket, right? They make money. They take money off of the ticket I sold, so they get taxes from them, and they also tax the person they bought it from. So they're like getting double. They're getting, bro, a crazy amount of money on.
That's why you gotta look at SeatGeek, our new sponsor. No, just kidding.
Any sponsor? No, bro. But yeah, there's a lot of resellers that are like really trash. I mean, it's kind of like the shoe selling business, bro. You know, like
I think that's the one that started it. No, like the shoe sellers, like the resellers, like for the shoe, like the shoe game. Was like the first one to kind of pop, like the reselling kind of.
I had a big page on Twitter, bro, because somebody I was just talking to one of like my friends on Twitter because he was talking about how he didn't hit on one of the like on the sneaker app, he didn't hit the certain sneaker he wanted, and then I told him, bro, for some reason, like if you put like female at like everything, like you're a female type shit, like you'll win something. Because I did it with my sister, and then a friend told me, she was a girl, she's like, I always hit because I don't know. I feel like for some reason they're trying to get girls more into sneakers. Yeah. So like they're trying to get more popular into because they have the guys market is saturated already. You know, every guy wants sneakers. Like that's already done. So what they're trying to do is bring in girls into it. So that's why like if a girl like they see like it's a girl trying to get sneakers, they're more likely to win it or to hit on it.
You found the hack.
And I found a hack on it, and I have hit a few already. And then I told my friend that through Twitter, and then some big sneaker fucking website or page said about like I forgot what they said, but it was something like the sneaker gods are gonna get to you, you know, like it's karma. That's why like you don't win it. They were telling my friend and shit. And I'm like, man, and I was like, man, like the sneaker gods give a fuck about these resellers who be getting like or the bots, you know, type shit. It's like, bro, it's so annoying, the bots, because like you never hit, bro. I don't know if you ever hit on sneaker app.
Nah, hell no. I don't even try, to be honest. I got homies that I would see them stress out about it, and
every fucking drop, bro.
And I would help my homies, like, bro, 9 o'clock, da-da-da-da-da. And, bro, it was like 10 of us helping this one guy, and all of us failed. And we did that, I did that a lot, and I was like, man, I'm not even going to try no more.
Man, when they came out that the CEO, I don't know if it was sneakers. Was it sneaker?
Oh, yeah, his son or her son or whatever?
Her son had like stacks and stacks and stacks. I'm like, bro, those are the motherfuckers that are taking all the shoes, you know? Like,
I don't even know how they do that, to be honest, but hey.
Inside the trading,
but at the same time, I kind of respect it in a way too, like the hustle. I mean, obviously, if people are taking advantage, like people like that guy or whatever, fuck them. But like people that are in the shoe game and like, you know, because they have a passion for it too. And,
oh yeah, for sure.
And then with the ones that be hooking it up, I fuck with those.
Yeah. Nah, for sure, bro. But I mean, there's like that. Yeah, I'm saying like the resellers. Yeah, they're dope as fuck. But I think when it comes to like the ones that are connected directly to them, it's kind of like the same shit as the government, like the congressmen having insider trading because they're making all these laws that are gonna benefit a stock, right? And now they're benefiting from that stock. Like
that's
I think Twitter. There's this called the Nancy Pelosi tracker. Yeah. I don't know if y'all into like politics and all that shit.
A little bit.
So there's like the Nancy Pelosi tracker on Twitter, and it's like a kind of I would say what is it called? Oh fuck! Like pages that are not like the actual person. It's just like
like parody pages.
A parody page. It's just a parody page. So like it tracks all the Congress people, all the people that are like in the government, about the money they're making, and it's fucking crazy
because she's like her and her husband are kind of like
they make insider trading like crazy, and nobody does anything about it. But I mean, they make laws about it, and then they don't do anything about it at the end of the day. But like what's the news that's gonna come out. So like you buy a little bit of this, a little bit of that, make fucking $200,000 off of that, sell it.
I mean, bro, it's like it's everything is like, I mean, if it's everything, bro, any category in life is like there's a system for it.
Yeah.
And then there's people, unfortunately, like that's just, especially here in America, like what is it, like the capitalism and shit like that. Like there's a system, and the if you don't know, there's people that know there's a system and know how to play it. The people that don't know and complain how they're fucked all the time. And then of course in the system there's barriers.
Yeah.
That keeps, the people that are low, poor, people that are rich get richer. So
I feel like there is a truth to that, and I feel like yes, the normal people should take advantage of that. I feel like, but if you're in the inside, it's kind of like you have a way higher advantage than the normal person, you know. It's the same thing of why like you can't be a football player and gamble money right now. Like you'll get suspended for a whole season. I mean, it's the same shit literally, because you know what's happening. You can even benefit that bet, or like you can manipulate that bet, because it could be a bet on you, on yourself, and you can either not do the stats of the bet, and you can win shitload of money.
Yeah, bro. I heard stories of like, well, even like back in the day, that kind of made me think of like the sports world differently, where it was like there'd be like big time like quarterbacks or like sports athletes, and they'd be gambling like in Vegas.
Yeah,
they'd get into like a shitload of debt. Like they'd be like deep like in debt with like, I guess the casinos or whatever, and the casinos were ran by like the mob. Back then. So then they would call in like the big time quarterback or whatever, call him in, and they used to say, you owe me this much money and you can't pay. So what you got to do is this weekend at the game, you're going to throw an interception in the third quarter.
Hell yeah.
And we'll be,
that shit would definitely happen.
And then we'll be set. And then the quarterback would just be like, all right. And then in the game, they do that, or they lose or whatever, and you're like, what was he thinking? Like as a fan, you're watching, what were they thinking? Why do you do that? And the whole time it's because of this low-key, this problem that he has, that he had to. Imagine how many times that happens like in real life. Like
it still happens, bro.
Know.
Like I think this recent soccer player from the Premier League just got suspended for that. They found out he was betting money.
Oh, yeah?
And he wasn't from a big team. It was a team of regulation, but he was a star player in that team.
Yeah.
He was a forward. I can't remember the name of. It's not coming up to mind, but I'll pop it up in the podcast, in the video podcast. But yeah, he just got suspended for half a year, I think. Because I mean, you can manipulate it at the end of the day. You can miss games, you can miss shots, you can take, bro. Even there's bets right now. Like you take 5 shots on target. Like in the soccer bets, you can take 5 shots on target. And you can bet on that, type shit. So like that motherfucker could just shoot like crazy. And then you're like, bro, why is this motherfucker shooting from fucking 40, 50 yards out? But it's like, I'm trying to win that bet,
we probably gotta look into LeBron then, huh?
Shit, for real. That's why he lost, bro. Damn, I don't even want to talk about that, bro, because I'm a big Laker fan.
I know. I seen it. I had to throw that in there.
I've been crying a lot, dog. Like this whole past weekend, bro, because I like every sport I follow, bro. Every sport I lost.
There's been
it was just an L, and it was my birthday weekend too. This past weekend. So, like, everything, bro, like, the Lakers eliminated, my soccer team got eliminated, fucking
maybe
Lomachenko.
They all got gambling problems, probably. All of them.
Shit, you never know, bro. Look at the refs, too. Fuck, the Netflix series that came out about the refs.
I haven't seen it yet, but I heard about it.
That was manipulating the game because he was having a lot of bets or was with the casinos and the mob. That shit was crazy. And, bro, that shit still has to exist, bro. Like,
no, for sure.
One of the refs that hold LeBron in the games, the Lakers Celtics game, that then later on came out that he obviously can't expose what team he's a fan of. Yeah. But like his whole family, they dug into, the internet be digging into shit. Yeah. Especially Lakers fans, bro. Like they're trolls. They found out his whole family was like a Celtics fan.
Dang.
So it's like you kind of like, bro, you kind of got to. I think
no matter what, like you're gonna be biased, like especially like those referees, like no matter what, like there is. Yeah, because I'll be seeing videos too of like LeBron going up and like three
Motherfuckers
guys
grabbing his leg.
grabbing him and
LeBron's one of those,
shit.
bro, that it's crazy how the amount of fouls they don't count on him. But I mean, it's just you gotta live with it, bro.
The comments are just like, "Oh, look at the crybaby," or like.
There's always a trolls, bro, because there's the haters, dude. There's the
me.
haters, but it's whatever, you know. I mean,
Nah, they had a
we'll
good
live
run.
with
Though.
it.
They didn't even. They weren't even supposed to be there in the beginning of the season. So
Yeah,
that they made it that far, that's still.
To me, it was still a good. I mean, it was still disappointing, bro, because you expect everything from like the LeBron and AD, but shit, I'm happy with it just because of the core that we got, you know, because we had let go of so many picks to get AD, so we had to let go of all our young core. So now knowing that we have a young core that's gonna stick with the Lakers, I'm kind of happy with it.
Well, I can't even talk shit, bro. I'm a Mavericks fan, so.
Shit, bro.
Say nothing.
Bro, did you see I posted a story about I posted on my story a picture
Kyrie?
of Luka.
Oh, Luka
Doncic with the Lakers jersey, and then I put soon. Bro, I think I got like 100 DMs of just like, bro, get this fucking shit off your page. It's all Mavs fan,
I think
bro.
I was gonna, but I just like swiped quick because I didn't want to look at it. I was like,
bro, and then everybody's
made me
like,
want to throw up, to be honest.
Yeah, bro. And the ones that were funny were like, bro, I'm more mad because I could see the shit happening because especially because Luka, you know. I'm like, bro, I've been telling a lot of people like Luka is not Dirk, bro. He's not gonna be loyal to the Mavs, especially because of the way this Jason Kidd is. You can tell he's not a good coach. He throws everybody under the bus.
Yeah.
Except himself. So
yeah, but we don't want to think about that. We don't even want to talk about that.
But as long as we get Kyrie on the Lakers, I'm happy with it, bro. You know?
Shit, I don't know, bro. I don't know if that's gonna happen.
He might stay with Dallas, bro. Then free. That's the state taxes. Right? The state taxes.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's gonna be a lot of money compared to what you're gonna get off of in Los Angeles and California. For sure. So a lot of people don't think about it, but these are decisions
that's what they think about
of athletes take, bro, because it's money, bro.
Right.
It's especially when it comes to the contracts they get, it's millions at that point.
Hell yeah.
So, shit, we'll see what happens, bro. As a Mavs fan, as you as a Mavs fan, I'm hopeful, bro. Y'all say because. It's fun going to playoff games. I'm not gonna lie. Even when the Lakers come over here, those are the only games I go to. Yeah. Obviously, and it's always fun. Like I don't like watching Lakers games where like the Mavs are trash or the Lakers are trash.
Right.
I think I went to the one where we got like 40 balls. And I left, bro. Like I left third quarter. People were like looking at me like, "You're gonna leave?" Because it was really good seats. Like it was like all the way to the bottom. I think I spent like $1,000 on each one.
Dang, just to see that.
And they're like, "Why are you leaving, bro?" It's like good at season. Like, I don't give a fuck, bro. I'm a fan, dog. Like I ain't trying to see my team get fucking 40 balls and Russ break every fucking shot.
Hell yeah.
Like I was watching Russ break every shot. I'm like, dude, I can make those at the fucking.
I know. Screaming, put me in.
And I was like, put me in, coach. And I have my jersey and everything. I'm, like, I'm ready to go in.
Dang.
But that game was so stressful, bro. I can't believe I left in the third quarter with those tickets that I bought. But I was just so mad, bro, because it was the last season, not this season. It was last season where we didn't even win, I think we won like 32 games or some shit like that. Or 37 games.
Oh, yeah, it was terrible.
It was terrible for us, man.
I have a homie, one of my best friends, he's a Lakers fan, so we're always talking about shit like that, too.
Yeah, bro. But anyways, before we end it, bro, anything you want to promote? Any new singles? Or the EP you just dropped, too? You know?
Yeah, bro, just the EP. Go check that out. It's called Worth. It's available everywhere. Got the homie XB Valentine on there. Got the homie Rennie Falcone from Immortal Soldiers on there. Got Demont on there. All dope artists. Produced by my brother Danny Rad.
Shout out to Danny Rad. He's in the studio too.
Yeah, shout out to Danny Rad. Produced the whole thing. It's a mix of everything. I mean, it's hip hop. I mean, I'm a rapper. You know, it has flows. It got bars. It got melodies, and then the cherry on top is the electric guitar, the solos. And it's a little bit of everything. I mean, it starts, you know, I think there's a song for anybody on that one. It's 7 songs. So we kind of made it that way. Go check that out. Music video for Canelo and Big Bank are on YouTube. So go check those out. Go find me on Instagram, Xavier the Second. Yeah, bro. Appreciate you having me.
No problem, bro.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, guys. Make sure you hit the like, subscribe, hit the notification button, and stay tuned with all the latest videos that we just dropped for sure. We out.
Yeah.
Peace.